Okay, let's try this. Let's try another video. I've been actually working all day today to create a new video for my YouTube channel, and I've been having some challenges with artificial intelligence here. So, once again, my name is Santos Rolon Jr. here. I am on, or you're actually looking at my video on Next Level Consulting, my YouTube channel for motivation, inspiration, and change. Well, not so much change, but progress. Because that's what we're really after is progress. We want to create progress in our lives. We want to make a difference in the world, make a difference in the world, and make a difference in our mindset. The paradigm that we have been operating on must be changed if we truly want to be successful in life. And when I talk about success, I'm talking about making the bigger paychecks, having better relationships with family members, establishing friends, or attracting people into our lives that are actually going to be beneficial for us to achieve our dream, and attracting the right people into our lives so that we can actually help them become inspired and motivated so that they, people like you, if it's your first time watching one of my videos, can be inspired and motivated to realize that, you know what, you have a gift within you, and you have the right, and you also have not only the right but the privilege to develop that gift and do something very special with your life. You don't have to settle for the things that, if you're not happy with the way things are, most people are not happy. They're just going through the motions. They're doing the thing every single day. And it's easy to fall into depression. It's easy to give in to vices like alcoholism, gambling, too much TV watching, when we ourselves do not have a, a dream, a goal, or we're not passionate about something that actually causes us to be fired up every single day. And especially in the morning when we get up, and at night, I often say in my videos that the mindset that you go to bed with, you're going to wake up with. So, and I talk a lot about the paradigm. Paradigm is basically a system of beliefs that we have that has been ingrained into our subconscious thinking from childhood, adolescence, and even the times that we're living in today. Everybody in some way is being programmed or reprogrammed or deprogrammed. I like to use that word. Actually, it might be a new word that I just started here using on my in my videos. I love the fact that we can deprogram ourselves and reprogram ourselves for successful everyday living. Now, I'm usually long-winded. I talk quite a bit in my videos. This one I'm going to try my best to keep it short. Sometime last year, I made a decision. I drew a line in the cement and I said this year, 2016, would be different for me and for many. And I'm going to do my very best every single day to make my day a super fantastic, terrific, over the top day daily in spite of and because of. And I hope that you choose that mantra for your own life. Have you, maybe you're a first time watcher here to Next Level Consulting. If you're not, maybe you've checked out some of my videos, you've looked at some of my playlists, and hopefully you're getting motivated. Hopefully you're seeing the hope and the desire that I have to help change the world. I'm just a crazy Puerto Rican individual that believes, because I've been able to radically change my mindset, that I can help change the world. And that's where I find true passion today. I've got a lot of projects. I'm not going to get into that in this video, but I've got a lot of projects that I'm working on every day. But one of my most what I feel truly passionate about is making videos to help people become inspired and recognize that if I can do this, if I can make progress, if I can make change, if I can radically change and break down those paradigms that I've had that stinking thinking that I've had for so long in my mind and in my life, you can do the very same thing. And you have to believe in yourself, but truly, it's hard to believe in yourself when you have a lot of stinking thinking going on. So that's why I say association through videos, through affirmations, through reading books is vital if you want to make the changes. You know, if you're not happy, if you are not happy where you are at, you've got situations going on in your life that are troubling you. Maybe you're depressed. Maybe you're, a full-blown alcoholic and you've come across this video. I'm telling you that you can make a change in your life by making a decision. And of course, there's a little bit more involved in that, but it starts with a decision. So what do I really want to talk about in this video? I want to talk a little bit about the battle that's going on in your mind. You know, we're not in competition with other people. We're in competition with ourselves, and we're in competition with the mindset that we have. Because there's thoughts, I mentioned this in my videos, that our mind and your mind is just like a fertile garden. And we've had a lot of weeds, a lot of seeds planted in there, and we see the weeds coming up. And those weeds need to be whacked. They need to be removed. They need to be deplanted. And you got to plant the proper seeds within your mindset. And sometimes in life, when we start this journey of success, we battle. We battle with all kinds of things. And sometimes we're getting victory in one area. We're doing very well. But these wicked thoughts, these cycles that we've had for so long, sometimes they catch us at a vulnerable position, at a vulnerable spot in our life, and we fail and we fall down. And if you find that maybe you're succeeding in areas, but yet you have a few areas that you're not succeeding at, you really need to focus on those areas. You need to start taking some of that energy that you're applying into the other areas, and you need to focus on those thoughts. And you need to look at yourself in the mirror. In fact, I've been doing this a lot more. I've been talking to myself in the mirror. I look at myself eye to eye, and I start reminding myself of who I am. I remind myself of where I'm going. I don't talk to myself about what I used to be or back there, my failures. I talk to myself with dignity and respect, and I remind myself every single day that I must honor my word. I'm not going to let others disrespect me. I'm not going to let others disrespect my core beliefs that I have instilled into my life, that I live by today, that have taken a lot of work in order for me to get them into my subconscious. And these are the core values that I live by, that I hold in high regard. Tony Robbins says that you got to raise your standards up. You got to raise up those standards. Stephen Covey talks about core beliefs. And we're definitely not going to let other people disrespect us, right? So why should we disrespect ourselves? Or we don't disrespect ourselves, we're definitely not going to let others disrespect us. And those wicked thoughts, those evil thoughts, those devilish thoughts sometimes come at a point in time in our lives where we're kind of most vulnerable. And if we're not careful, we let those things disrespect us. And I don't know about you, but I'm getting really smart every single day to know that those thoughts are going to come and those temptations are going to come. And you got to be prepared for those. You got to be talking to yourself ahead of time and telling yourself that, you know what, when you say something, and you got to take it day by day, when you say something, you got to honor and respect your word. And you got to remind yourself, sometimes you just have to remind yourself every single day until you get the victory in that area. Because I'm telling you, the world that we live in has a lot of great things to offer. There's a lot of positivity in this world. But the truth of the matter is that we also live in a very, very negative world, and there's a lot of negative people around us. And we have to overcome. We must overcome the thoughts that we're fighting against. It's a daily battle. And I believe in inner joy. I believe in inner happiness. That's why I always say I'm going to make it a super fantastic, terrific, over the top day daily, in spite of and because of. And when I go out into the public, my my hope and my inspiration is to put a smile on people, to encourage people, to lift people up, to address people by their name when as soon as I see the tag, if I'm in the supermarket or wherever I am, because people are hurting, people are in a battle, people are in difficult. There's a lot of people that are depressed out there. How do I know? Because I was one of them. After I got out of the United States Navy and serving 8 years, my life was not, it was not where I wanted it to be. And I was back and forth, and I was struggling, and I was fighting all kinds of things. I just didn't know why. I didn't understand paradigms. I didn't understand belief systems. I didn't understand the core values. I thought I was just living my life, and I was basically being defeated. My butt was being kicked up and down, left and right, by all kinds of things, by people, by relationships, by habits. And finally, I started reading the Bible. I started reading a lot of other books. I started doing affirmations. I started watching videos. I started associating myself with virtual mentors and coaches because that's all I could afford. That's all I could have. I didn't have a lot of friends. As a matter of fact, I don't have a lot of friends today. Most of my friends are virtual. But there's a verse in the Bible that says, "He that hath friends must first show himself friendly." And you have to start somewhere. You have to start with what you have. And eventually you will attract the right people into your life. And it takes time. It takes time. You got to be willing to face those fears that you have in front of you. And you got to be willing to tell yourself, again, that your self-talk has to be very, very positive. If your self-talk is not positive, the way you think, and sometimes we do say things to ourselves. I don't know if you've ever stood in front of a mirror, or look at where you're driving your car, you look at yourself in the rear view mirror and start talking to yourself. I don't know if you've ever done that, but I tell you, it's very, very encouraging when you do, especially when you start talking